Is that right?
Well, yeah, but what I understand is, okay, this is the problem we have right now. Is Brenda, is that on the other day I called OCWEN and I was told that the foreclosure was put on hold and that I needed to confirm that with McCabe, but as of August 4th, that the foreclosure was on hold until everything was resolved. I have been trying to reach those lawyers, MCW, and they've refused to respond to me. So I call OCWEN today, and I'm told, oh, no, we've resolved everything, we put it back on. While at the same time I'm in court with you, I've spoken with Wells Fargo, and Wells Fargo says they don't have a loan against my house. And I've spoken with, I'm really looking into it deep now, and I've read thoroughly all of the collection laws, and this is my theory on it. I think OCWEN is getting played, I think Wells Fargo is getting played, and I think that Bank of America got played. And it's the lawyers that are doing it. I think it's BWW Law Group and McCabe, Weisberg, and who are after me strongly because of my divorce. I was married to the ex-son of a judge, and my mother-in-law, and by law, they owe me $20 million. And so this whole thing, how it started, was through your lawyers with BWW Law Group. And it's spelled out pretty much in the complaint, which I just emailed to the other gentleman, and which is with my documents that I supplied to the CFPB. And what BWW Law Group did was, OCWEN told me they don't have the right to foreclose on you. I had a loan for $250,000. $50,000 was going to be going into an account to pay my mortgage for a year under the HAMP program. The other $200,000 was to get me back on my feet with my company and everything. And I would have been fine. And OCWEN stated very clearly, this was in a February, even if somebody was going to foreclose on you, they can't do it till April. There's no way. And I think at that time it was April 17th as well, which is kind of weird. But what happened was BWW Law Group said, oh, no. Equity trustee owns your loan and gets to make that decision. Equity trustees is owned by BWW Law Group, and Howard Behrman is the attorney. Howard Behrman has forged signatures against documents on my loan filed against my house. So I had to file bankruptcy, and I lost everything. But that wasn't good enough for them. I went ahead and filed a suit against everybody involved, and that's the one where there is a stay in the Fourth Circuit on everything. So Troutman Sanders, your other lawyers, stole over $30,000 from me back in 1990, which really set me into a bad place, but they did it because my ex-mother-in-law, who is a lawyer, had stolen millions off of a trust account that Mays and Valentine, which is now Troutman Sanders, was involved in, and people went to jail over it. And they swindled $30,000 out of it from me, saying that my ex-husband would go to jail if I didn't pay that. And I had just had a baby with heart problems, and I just paid it. And a note was put into place that is due in 2020 that my ex-mother-in-law holds. So what's happened is Troutman Sanders, when I was in court trying to get this, they filed that I didn't have a right to a counterclaim cross-complaint because they're trying to protect themselves, and they're your lawyers in this other case. So when that didn't work for him, I had to file for bankruptcy again. And while I'm still in court, and I'm now appealing all the bankruptcy stuff because all the judges are in collusion. They've hired people to kill me. They've jailed me illegally and had me tortured while I was in jail, hoping I would commit suicide, and I didn't. So now I'm out here, and all of a sudden, while I'm in court with OCWEN and BWW Law Group and Troutman Sanders, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, OCWEN and Wells Fargo hire, according to McCabe, them to foreclose on my home. Well, I'm still in court with you over it. I send them a letter, and they send me a letter stating, we don't have a note, we don't have any proof of who owns your house. I send them a note saying, they set a foreclosure date, even though I sent them letters stating, you need to look at all of this. They then, on the 20th, they were supposed to foreclose on the 20th of May, and they backed off when I told them I was going to file suit against the three of you. And they sent documents, the same documents that I have filed in the courts. There is no new documents. There's no new anything that shows somebody owns this loan. And if anything, it shows that it would be option one. And everything that's being advertised, everything, it's just totally against the law. So I've been studying the federal consumer laws on it. And so I went ahead and I moved my home into a trust on the 24th, after I got that letter on the 21st. On the 26th, without any knowledge or anything, they start advertising my home for sale again for August 17th.
And the 24th of what month was that?
I did it last month. I did it May 24th of 2017. And I did it because I didn't trust everybody, because it was the same thing. I've been going in this circle, and it's the lawyers who keep breaking the law. And I honestly, OCWEN couldn't have been nicer to me and said to me, you're going to have to file bankruptcy or do whatever you have to do, because equity trustees, and I've been taping the conversations, equity trustees is not going to back down. They're going to foreclose on your home no matter what we say. Even though my hand thing was in there, even though I was doing everything I was supposed to do, equity trustees, and they were doing it as a favor for my mother. You know why? My mother-in-law, because Ben DeMero is an attorney for her. He got Howard Behrman cleared from all of his charges with the Virginia State Bar. So it was payback for Howard Behrman to do something for Ben DeMero. And I can show you the dates. I can show you the letters. I can show you everything, how it matches up. And so these lawyers are doing favors for each other in order to basically break the law, which leaves you guys holding the bag. And so I was told on the other day by OCWEN that the foreclosure was on hold, and that it had been on hold from August 4th, that I didn't need to worry about it, but I should confirm with the attorneys, because after telling this story, and I emailed the attorneys, I called the attorneys, and they would not return my calls. They haven't returned my emails. So I called OCWEN today. And I also got in the mail the stay from the Federal Fourth Circuit that nothing can happen in this case until the embank is decided. And so I called OCWEN to say, your attorneys won't call me back. Can you please, call them with me on the line? And I'm told, oh, no, all decisions have already been cleared, and the sale date is back on for the 17th. And you're telling me you guys haven't cleared it? I'm sorry, I raised my voice. I didn't mean to. It's just out of frustration.
The best thing, and I know there's a lot of information being used throughout there at me, and she stated that all this is basically covering the your complaint, which, and like I said, we do have a representative amongst us now, but here that's actually looking into some information at this point in time. So the thing we can do, rather than have another person get involved, is if you would like me to, and she will respond when she gets done, and I know the date coming up, so I'm going to bring that to her attention about the sale date, etc. So if you'd like me to, I can certainly request that she contact you just to update you on what she's done with that sale date.
I would appreciate it. The sale date needs to be, and not only that, to protect myself, like I said, I put the property into a trust. And I mailed a copy of the trust to OCWEN. I didn't try to do anything behind anyone's back. I'm more than willing to work with everybody, but everyone is doing everything they can against me.
Well, and like I said, I will pass this information along to her, and if you'd like, I can certainly take your number and request that she give you a call and let you know what's going on with stuff.
I would be very grateful for that, please.
Right, and what number can she at?
She can reach me on 202-368-7178. And what do we do to get this date postponed?
That's what I'm going to reach out to her. Since it's her case, I'll find out what she's doing on it and have her contact you just to confirm.
Okay.
Okay?
Because if not, I'm going to have to file another lawsuit, and that's the last thing I want to do, but I'm just not going to have a choice.
Yeah, but let me go ahead and reach out to them and see if I can get them to give you a call back. At the latest, they can call you back with their seeing a Friday, of course. I'll ask her to do it as soon as possible.
Well, next Friday, it's too late. The house will be gone.
Yeah, no. What I said was today is Friday.
Oh, okay, okay.
But with this being Friday, I will reach out to her now. This is about midday. If she can't get you today at all, I will ask her to reach out by Monday morning. That's still good. You have a few days here before that.
Okay.
Date that's out here. So let me check with her because I don't know, what she's got going on with it. So we'll check with her and I'll see if I can get her to reach out to you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much, Brenda. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Anything else I can do today for you?
No. Is there a phone number or an email I should have for you, and should I be sending anything to you?
Well, at this point in time, let's see what she's got or what she needs. She said everything, basically these points that you brought up, were covered with your bid to be complete, correct?
Yeah, but the stay just came in the mail yesterday.
Okay. Well, when she calls, you might go over it with her, and she will tell you what she would need.
Okay, and I did email it to the other gentleman I was talking to. He's got a copy of the stay.
Yeah, and he may just forward it on as well. But if she needs anything additional, you can kind of discuss with her and just get it directly to her.
Okay, one of the things when you talk to her, can you tell her that there is a stay in the Fourth Circuit? Because I think that's the most important thing at this moment.
Okay. All right, I'll add that in my notes to her, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Brenda. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Bye.